Bedrock Beta 1.11.0.1 is out now, released today. How cool. All the update with the village and pillage stuff, guys. Ravagers, pillager raids, all the jazz. Let's do the changelog right now. Hey there, guys. Skippy here for Room Skippy 6 Gaming. Guys, I'm so stoked. Literally joined this world, and there's a pillager outpost right here because today 1.11.0.1 beta has come out, guys. How awesome is that? So awesome. They have beefed up everything to do with pillagers and all the village and pillage stuff. Guys, for this one here, let's go for 499 likes. Yes, that's a lot, but we're gonna get that easy peasy because we're gonna show you all the cool stuff that's coming with this guy right here. So it all starts on Twitter. That's how I get notified of it. The minute I get notified of it, I retweet it. So then, yeah, you'll know that the video is gonna come out like, an hour later or something like that. So follow me on Twitter. It is a 10-page changelog. So I'm gonna do my best to perfect the art because basically everybody just wants to see the stuff. We have all the stuff right here. So if I feel like a lot of people just want to listen to all the changes, and I feel that's why it's as successful as it is. So if you don't want to, just, you know, skip to the end when we look at all the stuff and start enjoying yourself now. So I'm going to go a little quicker than usual with the changelog because 10 pages, I'm going to have to get some hauls or something. But here you go. Starts with this guy right here. There is a link in the description below if you want to just go read it yourself. That's how I usually roll, basically the 1.11.0.1 beta. So first things first, guys, do not join the beta with one of your special worlds. You will ruin your world and lose your world. That's what it says here. In addition, if you do not know how to join the beta, there is a video in the description below where I tell you and show you exactly how to join the beta in any form you need to. So let's keep going on. We're going to go to number 2. This is a pretty big one, not that big actually. So known issues. In this beta, there's a known issue with dragging and splitting stacks of items. I'm going to get away from this pillager here. In the crafting grid and inventory. We're aware of the issue and a fix will be included in the next beta. In the meantime, stacks can still be split in half using right click or long press for touch screen users. So again, if you want to get all of these features, you know, most of the features, you need to have experimental gameplay on. If you could see over here, you're going to see basically experimental gameplay is one of these tabs. You have to turn it on or else you won't get none of this stuff. So work in progress features, basically new villager trade UI for classic and pocket UI profiles, pillager raids, new base mob effect for the raid, bad omen, and hero of the village effects. Illagers and ravagers do not kill baby villagers. That's so nice. Placeholder horn sound, placeholder explosion sound to indicate successful raid defense. Adding the dweller component to raiders. So this is all the technical stuff coming in for raids, guys. Villagers in existing worlds now convert to new villagers if they are not part of a marketplace template world. Various villager bugs, fixes, and changes. So let's start it. Farmers choose a profession based on composter blocks rather than farmland blocks. Farmers and librarians properly go to work. Work goal is properly cleaned up between scheduled changes. Fix work goal to have a cooldown, max active time, and better ranges. Fix preferred job site being lost after reloading worlds. Increase job site goal distances. Villagers no longer get launched from their beds. Yeah, hey! Village structures no longer generate on top of one another. So that's a thing that was happening. Everybody knows about it. And yeah, so they all fixed it up. So let's keep going down the path of love. So various village generation bug fixes. Village chests now all have loot. Grass bell trapdoor placement fixes. Village town centers now generate at or above water level. Sand blocks now have supportive sandstone blocks underneath. Fixed a bug causing some village elements to be buried underground. Balance the number of job sites against generated in villages. Flowing water is no longer generated in villages. Lava in blacksmiths no longer a fire hazard. Animals can spawn in villages again. Fixed rotation of terracotta blocks. Balanced sea pickle generation, bell block, and crop block fixes. Fixed an issue with snow layer generation. Fixed an issue with ravines near desert villages. Renamed Illager Beast to Ravager. I didn't notice that because, yeah, it still says Illager Beast on the egg in my hand, so we shall see. Ravagers now tread more carefully around blocks that can inflict damage, such as berry bushes. Added Ravager stun and roar attacks. Added Ravager bite attack. Ravagers can be hidden. Be ridden by pillagers and vindicators. Vindicators too, how? Ravagers environment interaction. So how cool is that? We're still going. Number 4, keep going. So this is an easy one. When running, the Ravager will break all of the following blocks, similar to how the Wither works. So when this bad boy is charging, which is what I gather most of the changes here, it's going to break all these things: berry bushes, dead bushes, leaf blocks, melons, pumpkins, beetroot, wheat, potato, carrots, stem blocks, sugarcane reeds, bamboo, chorus plants, chorus flowers, tall grass, ferns, vines, lily pads, turtle eggs, mushrooms, flowers, top snow, and saplings, including bamboo. Let's keep going down this path right here. Added Ravager sounds, Illager Captain. So the Illager Captain's the guy with the banner on his head, and yeah, you hit him, you get a bad omen, and then the raid comes. Kind of easy. Iron Golem no longer generates outside of its cage in the Pillager Outpost, so that's super cool. Pillager Outposts now no longer generate embedded in the ground too much. Reduce the number of Pillager Outposts, because they used to kind of spawn with every village. Added Villager new economy, supply, and demand system. The supply of trades is only restored when the villager is given the opportunity to work at their workstation. So this is pretty interesting. The feature is not complete in this beta, but villagers can access resupply using command/resupply. When the villagers' trades are restored to full, it takes whatever supply was used up, the number of trades, and converts that into a price increase called demand. Look at this crazy economy stuff going on. Demand goes up by the number of supply used and down by the number of supply not used. So things will get cheaper or more expensive depending on the trades you make. How awesome is that? When villagers make trades, they gain experience. When they gain enough experience, they level up. Leveling up unlocks new trades, which are unlocked until the villager is at the appropriate level. Current 1 trade equals 1 level, and this will be changed in the future. The economy system is still in development, and more features and changes will be added later on. Come on, that's so awesome. Villagers no longer teleport through walls or get stuck trying to sleep. So, guys, I love that change, man. I love that. That's a big deal. Pillager patrols now spawn in the world, which wasn't before. Added basic composter functionality, so the composter works now. How awesome is that? Hopper functionality will be added, so I think just specifically on the composter. Added the grindstone UI functionality and sounds. Added bell functionality. New bell sounds. Bell is no longer behind experimental features, so you're going to get it anyway. Bell rings when player interacts with it. Bell breaks when pushed by a piston. Arrows bounce off of bells. I wonder if they make the ding though. That's going to be the question. Added more campfire functionality, campfire cooking, added particles and sound, campfires smoke when they are being extinguished, campfires produce more smoke when placed on a hay bale, axes break campfires more quickly, added the stone cutter functionality, added the cartography table UI, guys, how awesome, added sweetberry bush sounds, lecterns now emit a signal when used. Players can use a comparator on each page to emit a signal. Added lantern sounds, added barrel basic functionality and sounds. Bamboo generation is no longer behind the experimental gameplay toggle. Cartography tables and grindstones can now be crafted. Added missing recipes for campfires, including wood blocks, striped wood blocks, and striped logs. Moved all stonecutter recipes to the normal recipe list with tags. So we're doing good, guys. Only 4 left. This one's a small one too, coming right up. Map makers and add-on creators, guys. Added data-driven furnace recipes. Custom furnace recipes can be added to the game using JSON. I always say it that way, JSON. Furniture recipes are one file, just like all other craft recipes. Added tags to furnace recipes and made the UI screens use the same filter the recipes down. Recipes now have tags so that they can be filtered by crafting type. Leash explosions now use vanilla positions if not specified in the pack. Fixed baby zombie pigmen sword scale in marketplace content. Sound event is now displayed on scripting documentation. Rename blocks in resource packs now keep their custom names. So let's keep going down the trail. This one's actually the biggest one. We'll probably go in it, guys. Guess what number 1 is? Fix several crashes that occurred during gameplay. Crash that occurred when enabling Texel anti-aliasing. Crash that occur if a villager trade was too expensive. Crash that occur when spawning in a village in the Luxury Life Marketplace pack. Crash that could occur when loading in new villages, when trading with the Wandering Trader, when replacing a world with an unsynced world, when loading a mob in geometry, and when interacting with villagers in custom trades. So general changes, general fixes. Global resources packs will now stay applied if you visit the settings screen after restart the game and then restarting the game. The shield hotbar is now only shakes when durability is lost, so that's pretty cool. Fishing float now sits slightly higher in water. Treasure hunter achievement will now unlock when map is placed in offhand slot. Global resource message now shows up in the loading screen. Is taking too long on some devices. The no available space message shows unexpectedly when downloading marketplace bundles. Renamed empty maps will now stay named after becoming a filled map. How awesome is that? Back to the gameplay fixes here. Players on split screen no longer have limited visibility underwater. Scaffolding that is placed over the void now supports the player. Chorus fruit now plays teleporting sound after eating it. Farmer villagers are no longer produce infinite amounts of bread. Oh, the infinite bread farms are over. Signs can now be used as fuel in furnaces. Players can now climb vines and ladders using them to the jump button again. Lightning no longer has a downward area of effect when hitting blocks, so will no longer strike mobs sheltering underneath blocks. Creative players no longer get additional buckets when collecting water or lava. That's weird, I wouldn't mind that. Renaming items using an anvil no longer increases the prior work penalty. Sweet berry bushes no longer supply infinite amounts of berries. That's sad. I was going to totally make that video tomorrow. I'm not joking. I was like, oh well, fair enough. So let's keep going. World generation stuff here. Let's go through this guy right here. Fix mineshaft generation so they don't generate in a huge cluster. Yeah, we know about that. Mesa plateau biomes now generate more like those in Java Edition mobs. Panda eating animation is now faster. Shulkers have a chance to drop more shulker shells when killed with looting. Vexes no longer attack baby villagers. Vindicators no longer become passive when renamed. Baby villagers can no longer show trade options in hand. Guardians no longer spawn outside the water. Fixed villager scheduling. Villagers now spend less time standing around doing nothing. How awesome. Pandas no longer roll into dangerous blocks when spawned. I've seen that before. Fixed a bug related to the polar bear attack animation. Legs are now 100% more attached. The polar bear hitbox is no longer offset and is positioned properly when riding a boat. Fixed the wither boss armor geometry. Creepers now flash white during their pre-explosion animation. Fixed polar bear model size being too small. Snow golems now take advantage or take damage when falling over campfires. Creepers now spawn in a 1.8 high space, so they're a little smaller. This might fix creeper farms actually. Grindstone can no longer support scaffolding. Items renamed Firework Star and Firework Rockets to display their new names. Leather horse armor is now being properly colored. Banners no longer render as wall variants when held. Shield in the offhand are no longer upside down, guys. And last but not least, we have this small little something. Graphical fixes. Fixed an issue with the armorer in and cleric textures. Fixed armorer villager arm texture. Surrounded leaves are now the correct color. Items can now be split if they are spread in the crafting table on touch devices. Stone cutter now only makes noise when there's something to take. Commands get different cauldron types will no longer overwrite each other in the player's inventory when using the gift command. Add-ons and script engine. A component group is now correctly removed on second activation of that command. Target selectors are no longer case sensitive. Scoreboard scores are no longer saved earlier than other information when entering a world. So, woo, not bad. 14 minutes, guys. 10 pages, 14 minutes. So what we have here is the Pillager Outpost. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to actually set up a whole bunch of stuff and not waste your time going through my inventory. And we're going to set ourselves up maybe at a village, actually. And we're going to do our best to have it all right. So just give me 2 secs and we'll be set up and go right through all the changes. And hey, back again, guys. That was pretty entertaining. Went over to Twitter. There was a bunch of people on Xbox One or on Windows 10 are having a problem making this update go without crashing. I was a noob stick because I had it in beta 1.10.0 and I was like, wang, and then it was super cool. Dude, Jay Megaspud, who really kind of updates everybody on the updates, really came through in the cut, and I was like, oh my gosh. And he's like, oh my gosh. Either way, it works on Xbox One. So it's good that I changed, because in the old version, I would not have been able to show you all of these interfaces. So Coming down here, you can see these ones here are the ones I put in the old update, so you see they don't work properly, but in the new update, we're going to have our barrels right here, and the barrels now work just like chests. How good is that? That's super awesome. Barrels have functionality. In addition, Blast Furnace has functionality as well. This will mine ores, so we could actually just go through and grab some ore sticks. Ore sticks? Ore sticks. Where are your ores? Skippy's a noob today. Holy cow. So bang, and let's grab let's grab some of this. Bang, bang, bang. You can see this is gonna fuel your furnace and make your ores go really fast. In addition to that, you can see there is no functionality on this guy yet. No smithing table functionality. Grindstone will repair and disenchant weapons. You can actually just put it in here. I don't actually need it, and that's why the change on the egg hasn't happened. So you can see basically you can repair and disenchant weapons on this guy. That said, ding dong, ding dong. Okay, in addition, stone cutter block, guys. This is going to take all of your stone and allow you to make whatever slabs and, you know, whatever you want from it. Basically put this guy in here and you can make any of these functions. So basically stone stairs or brick stairs or whatever comes from stone. In addition, we have a cartography table. This is the new functionality of the cartography table. Basically, you could take your maps, lock them into place, zoom them in, zoom them out. It's actually a really simple, cool kind of feature added in. Let's see if an old map. This is going to be weird because there's a ton of stuff that I have in here that's from the old update. So basically you can, and at the end of the day, you could put this guy in, zoom them out, and lock a map into place. Name your maps as well. Super duper awesome. In addition to this, we now have functionality on our composters. So you can see they grow up, and once they're full, they give you some bone meal. I'm not sure if I like it very much. It's not my favorite block of the day anyway for the moment. In addition to that, we noticed that our lecterns will now give a signal. It's because I'm a noob that I didn't do this, but here, let's put this guy here. So you can see this guy goes here. It actually goes much farther, but this guy here doesn't go. So actually, yeah, pretty good. I guess I'm gonna have to grab a redstone repeater. Let's put a redstone repeater between each of these blocks. So you can see this guy goes. With the redstone repeater, it will go indefinitely, but if you really wanted to just take a look at how it works, we're just going to grab some redstone dust. Redstone dust is going to come on in here, and you can just see, depending on what page you're on, is the power of the signal. So at the moment, if we just go ahead and grab our comparator right here, we're going to throw a comparator out the backside of this right there. Not that way, but this way. And you can see the signal goes all the way down, but it stops at a certain point. Depending on what page you're on, you're going to be able to make that signal even less. Notice almost no signal. Go in, one page up, a little bit of signal. This makes all kinds of functionalities for cool new farms and things like that. So that's super awesome, super cool. Let's go and give ourselves a new Ravager egg, because before, what I had for you guys was the old Illager Beast egg, because yeah, Skippy was not paying attention. So now it's going to be under Ravager. Yeah, RAV. Bang. So this is the new Ravager right here. In addition to your raids, this is the new Ravager. He is not going to like villagers. Let's go ahead and release him into this village area. You're going to see he's going to start attacking all kinds of things. There are certain blocks that he cannot break. So I think right here he's run into a few of those blocks that will end up like this. Let's see if we can't give him a little better path. And there you go. So you'll see he's actually breaking this grass here. He's breaking all of this stuff and any of those blocks on that list that yeah, you couldn't see or deal with. So we're going to talk about the bad omen and the pillager outpost. So basically now a bad omen is when you see one of these pillager leaders with this banner on top of his head. Basically, if you kill him, you get a bad omen. That bad omen will then transfer through and create a villager or a pillager raid on your base. All of these functions have been brought into play. How awesome is that? In addition, just in case you've missed it on the last one, there is now the Wandering Trader. The Wandering Trader is pretty cool. Everybody loves a Wandering Trader. It's one of the coolest blocks added in a long time. You can see he comes in this game. He comes in weird with his llamas like this, but yeah, he's pretty cool. He's gonna spawn. Yeah, they're just killing everything over here. He's gonna do invisibility potions at night, and man, super cool. Guys, all these village and pillage features are there, ready to go. Last but not least, right here, let's go ahead and do this, the campfire, guys. A lot of people have wanted to see a campfire. How cool is that? You can actually see the campfire from 1.10.4 to the new one. The new one has the feature with the smoke, and it cooks food. So the one thing I don't like about it is that once it cooks food like this, it's kind of weird. It just pops out. It's kind of funky. It's not my favorite. But it doesn't take too long. Maybe it takes a little longer than an actual blast furnace. In addition, there's also a blast furnace and a smoker. So a smoker will cook food super fast. So if we put this guy right here, say we put this guy here, and we take some of this fuel out of this guy, we could go ahead and throw that in this. And yeah, that's what a smoker does. It's going to cook your food really fast, and yeah, super fast. This food here, notice it just pops on top, and you get your cooked food. So I think we pretty much hit all of the stuff, guys. Basically a total village and pillage functionality, guys. Minecraft does not even look the same anymore almost, man. Holy cow. Don't forget to smash that like. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for yeah, cool tutorials, let's plays, and stuff. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.